Should you give a Christmas present to your narcissist ex? This is a question I get all the time, so I'm going to talk about that in today's video. But before we dive in, will you do me a favor and subscribe to my channel? That's how these videos are going to get in front of more of the people who really need to hear this information. I'm Victoria McCooey. I'm a narcissist divorce coach, a motivational speaker, and the creator of the Reclaim Your Power system. I help people every day who are right where you are, stuck in a toxic marriage to a narcissistic spouse, or already engaged in a contentious divorce from one. All right, well, let's get right to it. Should you give your narcissist spouse a Christmas present? That depends on where in the process you are. All right, if you're still married, there is no divorce, you are just realizing that this is a toxic marriage and you need to get out. Perhaps you have children. Now is probably not the best time to stop giving Christmas presents, right? You need to figure out what your strategy is going to be. Get your ducks in a row, get some support, figure out how you can get the strength and the courage and the confidence to get out of this abusive marriage. So for now, yes, status quo. Keep doing whatever it is you normally do. But if you've already begun this process, if you are already engaged in leaving this toxic marriage, then no, this is your adversary. This is the person that you are in a contentious litigation against. I understand you may have children and you might have to do it to keep the feelings okay for the children, maybe in the very beginning, but no longer, because it's not healthy for the children either. How are they going to understand that even though this person was very, very harmful to you, very toxic to you, maybe to them too, but you're still gifting them presents? It doesn't make sense. So it's the hardest thing for my clients to do is to separate emotionally. Yes, I understand. And I'm speaking from a female perspective. Most of my clients are women, although I do have men clients, but most of my clients are women married to narcissistic men. So don't come at me. I know that there are female narcissists. I know. And I have helped guide some men in their divorces from them. But for the purpose of this video, I'm talking about the man being the narcissist in the relationship. It is really hard for people like us who are married to these people to be so cold, be so insensitive seeming. We really worry about that. We worry about how that feels to someone else. We're too empathetic. We're empathetic to a fault. That's how we got ourselves into this toxic relationship in the first place. So it's really hard for us to do something like not give a gift. But what I try to do is help you understand this new dynamic. You are that person's adversary in a litigious court battle. You are their enemy right now. It doesn't make sense, and it's going to confuse the narcissist if you are giving Christmas presents. It's something that you're just going to have to stop doing. So then I hear, well, what if he gives me a gift? Now, I look like the bad guy. If he gives you a gift, you can either say, that's okay, thanks, but no. Or if it's not a one-on-one situation where you can do that, if it's sent to you, don't even acknowledge it. It's not okay. It could be a love bombing attempt. It could be their strategy to lure you back in. It could be lots of different things, but you don't have to reciprocate. You absolutely are not sending the right message if you're sending a gift. One of the things I like to tell my clients to imagine is that the divorce is just a business deal gone bad. It is the breaking of a contract. So I tell them to imagine that they got into a bad timeshare and they need to get out. They're in a contract and it's not serving them. They wish they hadn't gotten into it, but they did. And now here they are. They need to break the contract. Do you wish that person ill? Maybe you do, but it's nothing personal. You're not angry at the entity that sold you the timeshare. You're more mad at yourself for agreeing to it in the first place. So it's not about being mean toward or seeing how nasty you can be. It's just about having no emotion around it. It's the breaking of a contract. Yes, I understand it's your husband, it's the father of your children, all those things are true, but they didn't come to the marriage as a partner, right? It was never a partnership. They sold you a false bill of goods. They didn't turn out to be who they represented themselves to be. So you have to treat them like the person on the other end of a business deal that you are getting out of. So you're breaking your contract with this person, your marriage contract, and that's all there is to it. You're not going to send your adversary in this bad deal a Christmas present. So I hope that helps you understand this new dynamic between you and the ex-narcissist. And look, can you imagine, like, fast forward 10 or 20 years from now, are you still going to be sending presents to this person? No, you will have moved on with your life. This will just be an unpleasant chapter that you put behind you. You're not going to continue this relationship. The more distance you can put between you and the narcissist, the better for you and everyone involved. So you're not going to perpetuate this. You're going to make yourselves as separated as you can. So that means we don't exchange gifts. Is this you? Are you in this place where you're trying to figure out how to get out of a toxic marriage, or are you already engaged in a divorce from your narcissist? If that's you, then I would love to help. You can book a strategy session with me. I'll put a link in the description below where you can get right on my calendar. Did you find this information helpful? I sure hope you did. If you liked this video, will you do me a favor and give it a thumbs up? And don't forget to subscribe. Thanks so much for watching. I've linked a couple of other videos here that I think you might also like, so I hope I see you in the next video.